Hi, my name is Elpie Landoy, and I am excited to share with you our project that is created to user-friendly system that visually represent how various programming elements undergo compilation. This includes essential components like variable declaration, conditional statements, procedures, functions, loops, and arrays. The core concept revolves around the text-based interface designed as main menu structure. Users can select and explore each programming component's compilation process step by step. Imagine a series of options presented as a menu: 1 variable declaration, 2 conditional statements, and so on. Once chosen, users will witness a visual representation showcasing how the specific element is compiled within our system. Our aim is to simplify a complex process, making it accessible for beginners and insightful for those who seeking deeper understanding of compilation within programming. Ultimately, this system serves as an educational tool offering a clear and insightful view of how these programming components come together during compilation. It bridges the gap between theory and practical application of programming. First, variable declaration is our initial step in the system. Here we define the variables used in our program, assigning them data types and initial values if needed. Once a variable is declared, the system registered its type and memory allocation. Moving on to the conditional statements, which dictate how the flow of our program based on certain conditions. When a user selects these options, our system showcases how, if, else if, and else statements are compiled, illustrating how the program follows different paths based on varying conditions. Next in the line of procedures are vital. These procedures are the structures. These encapsulate the series of action to perform a specific task. When chosen, our system visually display how procedures are compiled, detail their parameters, statements, and return values. Following procedures, we highlight functions which are similar to procedures but return a value. Our system demonstrates how functions are compiled, emphasizing their return types, parameters, and the process of invoking them within the program. Loops comes to next in the compilation journey. Here we illustrate how loops like for while and do while are compiled, emphasizing their conditions and their iteration process which allows executing a block of code repeatedly. Lastly, arrays, a fundamental data structure, are showcased. Our system demonstrates how arrays are compiled, focusing on their size, element access, and the memory allocation for storing homogeneous data types. This C-sharp script sets up a console-based menu-driven program. The main method serves as the entry point for program initiating a continuous loop using a while loop to ensure the menu persists until the user chooses to exit. Within the loop, the program presents the main menu within the option of programming components displayed as art style menu using Unix code box drawing characters for visually appealing interface. Upon user input, the console readline function captures the choice of entered by the user which is evaluated through a switch case structure to execute corresponding method associated with the selection menu. Upon that, each submenu method such as variable declaration, conditional statement, and etc. functions similarly. This displays another menu specific to the chosen component and provides options for other users to explore different functionalities that related to the component. For example, the variable declaration method or the menu. The submenu specifically deals with the aspect of variable declaration. It displays an option related to variable declaration such as meanings, declaration number, my information, and return main menu. Depending on the user's choice, different actions are performed. For instance, option 1 is the meaning and it explains how concept variables are displayed in the code. Um, it also uses as console write line to explain the variable usage. Option 2 is the declaration of number prompts the users to enter a number upon valid input. It displays entered number and code snippet representing the variable declaration and its usage statement. Option 3 is my information. It directs another function, possibly displaying personalized information or any other functionalities associated with it. Option 4 is the main menu. It allows the users to go back to the main menu for selecting another programming components. The conditional statements menu. This method initiates a submenu focusing on conditional statements. It displays options for the users, grade calculator, and the return to main menu. When the user selects the grade calculator, it prompts for the score input and computes the corresponding grade based on the grade scale. This method utilizes a getGrade helper function to determine the grade based on the input score. Meanwhile, function menu method handles another submenu dedicated to functions. It offers options like simple functions, functions with return value, recursive functions, and return to main menu. Each options corresponds to different method demonstrating various functions and functionalities. These methods exhibit basic function usage such as return values and recursive behavior. Additionally, there are display codes and the functions using the utility method to present the code snippets in a format within the bordered console area. Next to that is my information area. The function collects users' information, specifically asking for the surname and the gadget. It displays the entered information and generates corresponding C-sharp code snippets illustrating the process of capturing on the showcasing users' input within the console application. Together, these methods from the educational tool that allows users interactively explore programming concepts like conditional statements, functions, and user input handling within C-sharp environment. Um, it not only provides demonstrations of these concepts but also generates C-sharp code snippets to visual deposits their implementations in a console application scenario. The condition statements menu method crafts dedicated submenu highlighting conditional statements within the C-sharp script. It furnishes the users with choices, grade calculator, and the return to main menu. Upon selecting grade calculator, the method prompts the users to input a score. On the separate avenue, functions menu method governs another specialized submenu focused on the allocating different aspects of the function presents such as simple functions, functions with return value, and recursive function, and so on. Additionally, simple functions and functions with return value is the basic function within the script. Simple functions simply output the message. This is a simple function to the console, while the function with return value outputs this is a function with return value. Recursive function is demonstrated a few different functionalities. Firstly, it displays a message indicating that it is recursive function. It prompts the users to enter two numbers, calculates their sum using the getSum function, and displays the total. Afterwards, it generates the C-sharp code snippets displaying outline functionality. Displays age and getSum. These are helper functions used within the recursive function display age. The returns the integer to 20, simulating the display of a user's age to getSum. Takes two integer parameters and return to their sum. Next to that is display age and getSum. This helper also included in the loops menu and the loop with conversion. It initiates the submenu tilted with loops menu, offering option to different types of loops in a leap year check and also in conversion. The loop with conversion is called. This method involves handling various conversion options such as the binary to hexadecimal, binary to hexadecimals, and etc. Each conversion is validated to correct input format and then processed accordingly. There's also an option to return the loop menu or execute a placeholder procedure, the leap year check. These functions enable the users to check if the given year is a leap year. It prompts from the users to the year and months, then clicks whether the provided year is a leap year based on the provided month. It returns the Boolean value indicating whether the given year is a leap year or not. For the loop, We use for loop. In option within the loops menu utilizes for a loop. This loop widely used in iterating a specific number of times in the scripts and also employed in iterative actions such as conversion between different numeral and system such as binary, hexadecimal, and octal, and also in the leap year check. For instance, it might iterate through a range of numbers, perform specific tasks, a number of iterations, and a do-while loop. Um, in the do-while loop and while loop, the options of do-while and while loop in the main menu both incorporate respective loop structure. Um, the do-while loop execute a block of code at least once and then it continues to execute the block repeatedly as long as specified condition is true. While loop is continuously execute a block of code as long as the specified condition is true. It verifies the condition before entering the loop. Both these loops are discrete, like perform iterative action or checks until the certain condition is met. Similar to the loop, but with this different control follow structure. The usage conversion options within the loop conversion method depends on the user's input choice. Like binary to hexadecimal, binary to decimal, and etc. These loops are employed to manage the conversion process. For instance, a loop might paste to the binary number string checking the converting each digit into the respective form. Another loop might check the range of iterate through different values based on selected conversion option to different numerical system. The leap year itself may utilize the loop to validate the user's input and perform necessary calculations to determine whether the given leap year or not. Handling users' input in validation loops plays a crucial role in validating the user's input. They continuously prompt the users until valid input provided, ensuring correct and error-free interaction within the program. Leap year check functions enable users to check the given year and it prompts the users for the user's month whether the provided year or leap year based on it returns the indicating year leap year or not. In various conversion method, the script includes numerous methods to convert between different numeral systems such as binary and etc. Um, is valid binary or is valid hexadecimal and placeholder procedure are the auxiliary methods used in the input validation. Is valid binary and is valid hexadecimal validate binary and hexadecimal's number while placeholder procedures simplify the output's placeholder to the console. Um, Finally, the array menu. Array menu methods initiate a submenu showcasing different array operations. It represents options such as explaining the meaning of an array, converting binary to decimal within an array, hexadecimal to decimal conversion, calculating square roots, and computing powers. Each option validates inputs and performs corresponding operations, followed by displaying results and giving users to the chance of continue or return the main menu. In conclusion, the C-sharp script present here encapsulates comprehensive programming concepts structured within various menus and functions. It serves as educational tool allowing users to interactively explore and comprehend fundamental programming and construct methodologies from basic function to showcasing conditional statements, loop numerical system conversion, and user input validations. This script demonstrates the diverse spectrum of C# functionalities. Each menu option and function has been crafted to provide hands-on demonstration of programming concepts within the console application environment. That's all, guys. I hope you understand how our system and project works. That's all. Thank you.